Hello everyone, today I will be presenting the current state of tourism in Australia as of 2025. In this presentation, I will focus on tourism performance, visitor trends, and future expectations. Let's start by looking at the big picture. The travel and tourism sector is making a massive contribution to Australia's economy in 2025. It's expected to generate around 314 billion dollars, which accounts for the national GDP. In terms of spending, total visitor expenditure reached $220 billion, with a strong balance between domestic and international tourists. Most importantly, the sector supports 1.7 million jobs, meaning tourism plays a critical role not only economically but also socially. Overall, these figures clearly show that tourism has not only recovered but is now approaching or even exceeding pre-pandemic levels. We can see that international travel has strongly recovered, especially in terms of spending. For example, in June quarter 2025, visitor spending reached $8.5 billion, showing a significant increase compared to the last year. Although the number of trips is still growing more gradually, total visitor arrivals have reached 8.4 million. An important point here is that spending is growing faster than visitor numbers. This is mainly because of increase in high-value travelers, especially holiday tourists and people visiting friends and relatives. So even if volume is still catching up, the economic value per visitor is higher than before. Finally, let's look at where these tourists are coming from. Australia's inbound tourism is mainly driven by 5 key markets: New Zealand, China, the USA, the UK, and India. New Zealand is the largest source with 1.39 million trips, most for holidays. China follows with a mixed holiday and visiting friends and relatives travel and longer stays. Visitors from the USA and UK also contribute significantly with strong recovery rates. India stands out with the longest stay duration, around 61 days, and the highest growth compared to pre-pandemic levels. Let's look at domestic travel behavior and what really drives Australians to travel. When we compare regional Australia and capital cities, we see a clear difference in motivation. Regional Australia attracts around 16.8 million trips, which is significantly higher. The main reason here is escapism and leisure. On the other hand, capital cities account for 20.7 million trips. Here, the main motivation shifts towards connection and family. Visiting friends and relatives make up the largest share. So the key takeaway in this, regional areas dominate domestic tourism, mainly because people are looking to relax and escape city life. Let's break this down further and look at key hotspots across Australia. Different states show very different trends in recovery and growth. Western Australia stands out as the recovery champion. It was the first to exceed pre-COVID international arrival levels, showing a strong comeback. The Northern Territory is emerging as a fast-growing destination with a significant increase in both trips and spending. And finally, New South Wales remains the volume leader, capturing the largest share of international visitors. Overall, this tells us that tourism growth is not evenly disturbed. Each region has its own unique strength. This iconic landmark remains the epicenter of Australian tourism. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and country's #1 tourist destination. Each year, it attracts over 10.9 million visitors, making it a major driver of food traffic. In addition, it hosts more than 1,800 performances annually, attended by over 1.4 million people. From an economic perspective, it also plays a huge role. So, this example highlights show a single destination can have a massive cultural and economic impact. To conclude, Australia's tourism sector is recovering strongly and continues to grow. Both domestic and international tourism play a key role. With the right strategies, the sector has a strong future potential. Thank you for listening.